Good morning, everybody. It's Mike the Baldadonis. Today is Thursday, which means it's
Conspiracy Theories Thursday.
with Gary from the gym.
All
What's
right.
going on, buddy?
We're going to talk about underground bases, which would be considered DUMBs, deep underground military bases, and they're around a mile deep, and they go across the whole underground of the United States. Lincoln, Maine, all the way to California, or Washington State, all the way down to Texas. And a lot of these tunnels are connected to military bases and speculation in Walmart centers. About 10 years ago, I was looking into this. I was interested. Phil Snyder is a gentleman that I listened to, and he was a geologist, and he worked on these tunnels. He had high level security clearances, and as he was coming out with the truth, he wasn't allowed to talk about it because of the clearances. So he knew that there was a price to be paid if he let out the secrets. So Phil Snyder, 1995, gave talks and lectures about the black budgets of the United States and the New World Order and how they create or fund these tunnels, these military tunnels. 1960s, there's patents of drilling machines. 1975, other patents of drilling machines. These drilling machines, they're like 40 feet in diameter, others 100 feet in diameter, and what they do is they drill through the earth a mile down.
Well, they do that for tunnels for like in Europe. I believe they do that for under the ocean.
Sure.
I think they did England to somewhere, right?
Well, it takes them a year and a day to do it.
Time.
But these, they can go 7 miles a day to 36.5 miles a day. That's how. Yeah. See,
come on.
We're talking about technology here. This is secrets that. You think the Boston Big Dig, they would have used this equipment, saved all those billions of dollars, but what are you going to do? So anyway, what these machines do is like use nuclear lasers to drill out. The machine goes through, makes the hole, and as it's making the hole, the waste product is now turned into glass, and what it does is it coats the lining of the tunnel. So there's no waste involved, and they use materials to actually, heat up, because materials, the glass is actually sand, believe it or not.
Yep, it is. You're right.
It's amazing.
Yep.
So Phil was disappointed at all the secrecy and how the American people are fooled all the time. So that's why I bring it up. It's just something that you might like to look into. It's intriguing. Anyway, he talked about the black budget. And being about the black budget is like a secret budget. It's like where money goes and nobody knows where it's at. I mean, Congress doesn't even know about this stuff. He talked about it as being like 1/4% of the gross national product. So he's talking like $1.3 trillion. And there were cases that we heard on the news that, like back in September 10th, 2001, before the World Trade Center situation, Mr. Rumsfeld talked that the Pentagon lost $2.3 trillion. They don't know where it went. $2 trillion just gone. NASA talks about how they can't verify where all their money's gone, be it the space shuttle or the space center. HUD, H-U-D, I don't know, I forget what HUD stands for, but they lost $59 billion, So this money just evaporates. And it's the taxpayers' money. That's the killer. Taxpayers' money. And everybody's talking about, we need better social services, better infrastructure. Well, if we use the money that they somehow vanish or send to the black budget, we'd have a better upstairs America. Upstairs being above ground. So anyway, I just want to... 1 million times 1 million equals a trillion. That's how much a trillion is. Or 1 million billions equals a trillion. So we're talking a lot of money here. Now, okay, so why would they be building tunnels? That's the question. Phil talks about...
Well, would it be because of satellites checking in on us? You know,
Well,
Russia,
yeah,
China.
that would be near the end. I was going to talk about reasons why. I guess I can do it right now. See, our elected officials or the big wigs, they know something's coming. So you got to ask yourself, why would you be building tunnels? Well, one would be maybe to get military from one part of the country to another part of the country really fast, or store things underneath and then bring them up when you need them. Volcanoes, maybe a volcano. You talk about volcanoes erupting, so the air is bad and you can't live on the planet. I mean, they talk about that, so you live underground for a good number of years. Nuclear war. They talk about nuclear war, possibly a lot of nuclear stuff, you know, so you live underground, you don't get affected. They talk about, you know, how about the nuclear plants? If some of them blow up, like Fukushima, the radiation in the air is going to be terrible. So live underneath the ground for a good number of years to, you know, let that all dissipate. You know, those are some positive attributes. If, you know, an invading country comes and takes over USA, we can get our troops all around this, because the tunnels go to the military bases. So, you know, I think that's a positive. You know, Snyder talks about transportation that goes very fast. Using magnets and levitation for these vehicles to go like Mach 2, these subway cars underneath. It's all technology they barely use up above Earth.
In the real world?
In the real world. But they talk about storing all kinds of food. There's medical facilities, underground cities. Yeah, this is like a whole world.
So there's a lot of action going below
A
us.
lot of action going below us. That's why I bring it up. Is it a conspiracy or what? So back when I was looking into this, there wasn't much on the tube, you know, the internet or whatever. So you can see a lot more. There was a lot more going on. Now in April 13, 2015, which is only basically 2.5 years ago, there was like 6 major Walmart supercenters that closed down. Florida, Texas, Oklahoma, California, and they just abruptly closed down one Monday night. A lot of people lost their jobs. They claimed it was plumbing problems. So they had to close the building down.
This is all in
One night. Yes, all of them.
Okay.
And there's talk that the tunnels are going to these facilities are around them. These super centers, there's train tracks near them, and there's super highways near them, so you can move things in and out and around. It's just interesting to see about that. Now, I think it was last year that we had Jade Helm. Jade Helm is another. I'm talking about tunnels, but I just bring up Jade Helm because that had something to do with the Walmarts and training exercises that happened over the summer from July to September. It was a big thing. The news didn't talk about it. One day the news mentioned it, and that was about it. It was a military operation training to go into cities and actually practice doing things, whatever they do. So anyway, these tunnels have they're subterranean bases. There's bases underneath oceans. They dug under oceans. Yeah, it's just amazing. So I guess I bring all that up. I don't know if I've explained much, but.
So the base of this video is about military building cities underneath.
That are secretive.
Secretive, yeah.
Using tax dollars.
Well, they have to, right?
Right. But, you know, it would be nice for the public to know, but.
Well, this is called a secret.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? We're not supposed to know all this stuff.
No, not really.
No, right?
But
it's there to help us maybe if something goes down.
That's what I'm assuming. You know, there are FEMA camps. I can talk about that another time. FEMA camps, which we'll talk about that.
So basically, the next Walmart you see closed down, there may be a military base underneath it.
Possibly.
Possibly.
But yeah. Well, remember Janet Napolitano a few years back? She was this Homeland Security lady. Talked about at Walmart, if you see something, don't report it to your Walmart managers or tell somebody about it. I thought it was quite odd. Why would Walmart, of all places, you do that? But, you know, so maybe they were just trying to interested in seeing if somebody sees something odd that they, you know, they'll be able to capitalize on it and maybe shut them up in a sense that, you know, because somebody's being observant to see what's going on. Yeah, right. So
Oh, that's interesting.
yeah, but it's worth looking into. It's just exciting.
So somebody's gonna Google this. What's the information? Dumb black.
Phil Snyder. Oh yeah,
Okay.
there we go. Phil Snyder. I like doing this.
Yeah.
He's the geologist. He talks about aliens. You know, but
Aliens
that's
to the government.
he talks about aliens and humans working together. You know, we have a lot of technology. He claims that the periodical chart, when we grew up, it was only 105 elements. Now there's like 140 different elements, and it's through alien technology and new types of metals and what have you. Oh yeah, he talks a lot about that. But I wanted to be about tunnels, and we can do the alien thing another time.
All right.
You know?
We're gonna wrap it up.
Sure.
All right, guys. Hey, guys. This is a conspiracy theory. This is just we're having some fun for you guys to think about. Go online, check all this stuff out. You know what I mean? It's not just two idiots giving you some random information. Yeah, Gary's giving you some insight, but guys, just do your homework. Just Google stuff and see what you think.
Yeah, this ain't my control. There's nothing I can do about it. But what if I can learn something about it and maybe just infer and then understand and then prevent or help or do something with my life?
Yeah, give somebody some information, right? So guys, this is our 9th episode. We're going to do this every Thursday, so check us out every Thursday, Conspiracy Theory Thursdays. All right, so until the next video, Baldadonis out.